In the cutthroat arena of reality television, where alliances shatter like glass underfoot and every glance holds the sting of strategy, the echoes of past triumphs often clash with the illusions of the present. Mai Whelan, the steely-eyed victor of Squid Game, the challenge's inaugural season, has emerged from the shadows of her $4.56 million prize to cast a long, skeptical gaze upon the show's sophomore outing. Once hailed as the unassuming underdog who outlasted 455 competitors in a gauntlet of games borrowed from the dystopian K-drama blueprint, merciless rounds of red light, green light, dalgona cookie carving and tug-of-war marathons that tested not just physical prowess but psychological fortitude, Whelan's voice now carries the weight of authority laced with doubt. Her recent interview on the Reality Alert podcast wasn't a victory lap but a dissection, peeling back the glossy veneer of Season 2 to reveal what she perceives as scripted contrivances masquerading as spontaneous drama. At the epicenter of Whelan's critique lies Mingle, the frenetic fourth-episode challenge that devolved into chaos as contestants, clad in their emerald tracksuits and numbered bibs, rebelled en masse against the rules. In the game, players scramble to form groups based on arbitrary prompts. Those who prefer cats over dogs, morning people only, amid a ticking clock with elimination looming for the stragglers. What unfolded on screen was a tableau of unified defiance. A chorus of shouts, halted movements, and crossed arms as Player 287 and cohorts staged a sit-in, demanding fairness in a setup they deemed rigged. The moment, broadcast with throbbing synth scores and slow-motion close-ups of furrowed brows, was pitched as organic outrage, a microcosm of the original series' critique on inequality and desperation. But Whelan, watching from her post-win perch, saw through the orchestration. "How can anybody stand together when they signed up to play the freaking game?" she challenged, her tone a blend of incredulity and insider savvy. "Like, I refuse to play, then eliminate all of them? It strains belief." For Whelan, who navigated Season 1's brutal eliminations, including the heart-wrenching glass bridge leap where fortune favored the blind, the revolt felt too perfectly timed for narrative beats rather than raw human reaction. Whelan's skepticism isn't born of sour grapes but battle scars. Her own journey in the players' dormitory, a sterile bunker of bunk beds and whispered plots, was a masterclass in authentic tension. Alliances formed over shared snacks in the dead of night, betrayals erupted during the marble game's intimate pairings, and the Final Four's head-to-head showdown crackled with unscripted electricity. She recalls the Dalgona round's palpable dread, fingers trembling as shapes were etched from brittle sugar, each flake a potential ticket home. The finale, a symphony of strategy in the titular Squid Game, attacking feints, defensive crouches, and a climactic reversal that left her breathless, felt earned, not engineered. Contrast this with Season 2's Mingle Melee, which Whelan dissects as a production ploy. Contestants herded into protest for ratings gold, their unity less a spark of solidarity than a director's cue. They knew the cameras were rolling, it's all part of the game they bought into, she posits, her words slicing through the show's mythos like a hidden knife in the jump rope elimination. The backlash from Season 2's ranks was swift and stinging, a digital dogpile that underscored the chasm between victors' hindsight and participants' immediacy. Anlenie, known on screen as Player 405, a fierce competitor whose background in competitive dance lent grace to the melee's frenzy, fired back with vehement denial. Nothing about that revolt was scripted, she insisted in a flurry of social media retorts, her posts accruing likes from fellow alums like digital battle cries. Bound by the ironclad non-disclosure agreements that gag post-show disclosures, Anlenie treaded carefully yet emphatically, "We can't discuss the behind-the-scenes stuff because of NDA, but we were truly ready to walk. Production just spun it into a storyline after the fact." Her account paints a picture of genuine fracture, exhaustion from prior games like the reshuffled catch, where dodgeball dynamics devolved into alliances of convenience, bubbling over into the Mingle standoff. It wasn't rebellion for rebellion's sake but a pressure valve release, contestants teetering on the edge of mutiny until producers intervened with concessions, reframing the footage to heighten drama without derailing the schedule. Echoing Anlenie's fervor was Stephen Jones Jr., Player 183, whose affable demeanor masked a strategic mind sharpened in corporate boardrooms. "LMAO. Mai has no idea," he quipped in a thread that went viral, his emoji-laden dismissal belying a deeper frustration. Jones, who survived the season's early culls, including a brutal elimination in the titular game's early heats, views Whelan's commentary as disconnected privilege, the winner's purse clouding judgment. "The money got to her head," chimed in Kevin Diaz, Player 402, a quick-witted underdog whose confessional bites became fan favorites. Diaz, eliminated in a controversial rock-paper-scissors tiebreaker that sparked its own wave of viewer petitions, added a layer of class warfare to the retort. She forgot where she came from. Reality TV. Teaming with Jones was Kurt Stinson, player 370, a burly everyman whose physicality shone in tug-of-war but whose heart bled in vulnerability circles. You are 100% correct. Stinson affirmed, his endorsement a rallying cry for the beleaguered cast. Their collective pushback transforms Whelan's critique from authoritative takedown to contested opinion, highlighting the subjective lens through which reality is rendered.